What's up, guys? Peter Cole here. Wanted to go over how I warm up for a round. Now, I don't know if any of y'all know this, but if you follow me on TikTok, you probably know about it. I recently tore a tendon right in here. It's called the subscapularis tendon, which is kind of part of the rotator cuff. So it was considered a rotator cuff injury. And that kind of sidelined me for a couple weeks. I started some physical therapy, and he gave me this resistance band to kind of help me with building the strength back up in this shoulder and getting me ready to be back to 100% again as far as mobility in the shoulder, stuff that I can do, and swinging a golf club. Now, I want to go over the 5 or 6, I think it's 6, the 6 stretches that I do with the resistance band and how I go about warming up while I'm still dealing with this injury. So, for starters, we're going to go just like this. I wrap this around my hand, get a good grip on it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come out here, and then I'm going to go until my arm does this. So as you can tell, my arm just changed positions. I'm going to go back and forth from this position about 10 to 15 times. Now I'm doing this twice a day. So this is just my warm-up for when I'm playing golf. At home, I'm doing this about 30 times probably. So I'm trying to do it twice a day. If I'm not playing golf, I'm doing 30 twice a day. If I'm playing golf, it's 15 once and then 30 at home, like an hour or so before I go to bed. So again, that first one, kind of hold this arm out like this, get the arm in a nice kind of like 90-degree position, and I go until my arm moves, and I just go back and forth, like I said, 10 to 15 times, and then I move into the next one. The next one, arm is straight out, same thing. I'm going to walk out here until my arm changes positions like it just did. So I'm going to do that again 10 to 15 times. At home, I'm doing this about 30 times. The third one is we call it the drinking the beer position. So you kind of get your arm up like this, and it's the same thing. You're going to go out until that arm kind of goes like this. And this is about, again, 10 to 15 times. At home, probably about 30 times. This is the one that I'm not super crazy about. It's a little bit more stressful on the shoulder. I know it's working. I know it's helping my shoulder build its strength back up. It's just a little bit more painful than some of the other stretches, so I still do it. I just don't like doing it. Sorry, John. John is my physical therapist over at Ortho Carolina in Lake Norman here in North Carolina. He's doing a great job with the shoulder. I've noticed that I've been able to do a lot more recently than I used to be able to do. Even just a week or two ago from when I first started seeing him, it's just the strength that I've built back up in this right shoulder is just phenomenal. So I'm close to being back to where I was before I injured it, but still got some time to go before it's back to 100%. So keep working with John, keep doing these, and on to the next one. The next one, you're going to kind of go like this. The band's behind you. You're going to walk out just like I was before. Once that arm changes positions like it just did, you're going to go back and forth from that position. Again, 10 to 15 times right now as I'm warming up to get ready to play some golf. At home, I'm doing this 30 times. This is actually probably one of my favorite ones. I really like this one. I don't know why, but I just like this one. The fifth one is kind of back to this position. But as you're doing it, I'm kind of pumping, I guess you could say is the right terminology for this. So again, 10 to 15 times, and at home I'm doing it about 30. The last one is a new one that he just had me start doing. So I actually haven't gone about doing this one yet at home. I've done it once in the golf shop, and I'm about to do it right here for y'all. So you're going to get right here. You have them in both hands. Just as I go out, I'm going to twist these hands in. I'm going to do this, again, 10 to 15 times as I get ready for a round of golf, about 30 times at home. Like I said, I've only done it once. I did it here in the golf shop yesterday, and this is my second time doing it now. So, all right. So now I'm all loose, ready to hit some golf balls. And now we're going to get into how I practice and how I warm up for a round of golf. Not necessarily how I practice, but how I warm up for a round. So I got about 25 golf balls here. I'm going to limit myself to 25. I'm going to hit about 10 wedge shots, 10 iron shots, and then about 4, maybe 5 driver swings. I almost forgot one. So another one of the things that he showed me was you take an iron. I typically do this with a 5-iron. I got my 7-iron right now. Doesn't really matter, I don't believe. You're going to stand just like in your golf stance. You're going to come up like this. So I'm not a doctor. I might describe this the wrong way. But the way I can describe it and the way I can remember what to do properly is to feel like my right shoulder blade is kind of going back into the center of my spine. It's helping me turn more. So it makes me feel like I'm turning more. Really feel it kind of just sliding in. Like I said, to me, the best way I could describe it is it feels like it's helping me turn a little bit better, which is really good for the golf swing, obviously. So I'm going to start off with the wedge. It doesn't really matter which wedge. I like to make a full swing, so I'm going to start off with the 54. I kind of go back and forth between the 50 and the 54 when I'm warming up. Just kind of depends on how I feel. It's going to be the same swing regardless, right? So, like I said, roughly 10 balls with the wedge. I pick a target. I line up. And then, just like that. And I do that 10 times with a wedge. Now, I'm going to kind of breeze through these because I'm not actually playing today, but it's helpful after every shot to kind of line yourself up like you would for a regular shot. So get behind the ball, pick a target out, and then just go through your pre-shot routine. It's good to do that for every shot that you hit on the range because it helps develop that routine. And right now, I think I've only hit one that was offline. I've landed 5 out of the 6 that I've hit almost in the exact same spot. And my last wedge shot, I'll go ahead and line this one up. Go through my little routine. Don't be me. Don't club twirl on the range. On to the 7-iron. It's the same thing. It's the same practice routine, right? I pick out a target. I'm going to go through my pre-shot routine, and I'm going to hit 10 golf balls with this 7-iron. That was a little heavy. So, you hit a bad one, and just kind of reset yourself, right? It's just a warm-up. This is not your actual round. No need to get upset about bad swings on the driving range. So like I said, hit a bad one, miss it just a little bit, reset yourself. Always good to do this after every shot regardless, but definitely if you're not going to do it after every shot, definitely do it if you miss one. Just kind of reset yourself and get back where you want to be. Now, it doesn't really matter which iron you hit. Like I said, you can hit 7-iron. That's what I typically hit. It's just kind of the middle of the bag, middle of the setup. Really, whatever you feel comfortable with. Whatever iron you hit the most, maybe. So, if 8-iron is your go-to iron, then maybe hit 8-iron when you're warming up. For me, like I said, I just do 7-iron because it kind of gives me an idea for the entire set of the irons. It's right in the middle of the irons. It's pretty much the same swing, so that's why I do 7-iron. Last but not least, I'm only going to hit about no more than 5 drivers. So the reason for that being, I want all my energy to be used out on the golf course. I don't want to overdo it on the driving range. I just want to get an idea of what driver swing I got for the day. So, line up, go through your pre-shot routine. I'm going to end it there because, like I said, I'm not playing. Typically, you'd want to hit maybe one more. You don't want to end on a bad one. That wasn't great. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't great. So that's how I warm up. If this was an actual warm up session, I would grab another golf ball and try and hit one last good one. But that's all I got. That's how I warm up. Be sure to hit the link in my bio on all my social media platforms, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. And use the link in my bio to go to primogolfapparel.com. Get yourself a pair of joggers like the ones I'm wearing today. Use my code PCGolf to get 15% off of your entire order. All commissions that I make off of that do help me pay for my journey through the PGA program. And last but not least, use that link in my bio to also go to chippopotamus.com. Get yourself a pair of the best polos in the game. I think these are better than FootJoy, Turtleson, Nike, Adidas. I've worn them all. And I think these are better than those. So check these out. Chippopotamus.com. Use my code PITO, P-I-T-O, to get 10% off of your entire order. And again, all commissions do help me pay for the program, the PGA program. And that's it. That's all I got. Thanks for watching, guys. Be sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and we'll be back very soon. And last but not least, no, I did not forget about the putting, but I'm not going to putt today because, like I said, I'm not playing golf. I do go and putt, hit a couple putts. I don't necessarily worry about the chipping too much, but wouldn't be a bad idea to go and hit a couple chip shots maybe. Whatever you feel comfortable with. That's how I warm up. So, like I said, I would go and hit a couple putts, probably 10, 15, maybe 20 putts, get an idea of the speed of the greens, put a couple long ones, put a couple short ones, and a couple in between. That's it. I'm ready to head to the first tee box. I try and leave myself about 10 to 15 minutes of kind of rest and relax time before I head off to the tee box. So there you have it. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll be back soon.